Hey there, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join me here today. I'm going to be drawing some fan art. I already prepared the background earlier, but we're going to just start off by drawing a happy little tree. Look at that nice little tree. It's beautiful.
Change of plans.
Game!
Some stuff happened, some backstabby stuff within the group the creator that Barry is making fan art for is part of, so we decided to change the plan around a bit.
So I started brainstorming and decided that this project would be great as a 3D room, for VR chat, whatever.
With a 3D room project like that, we will be given good excuses to do basic practice like building furniture, rocks and plants.
So we decided to start off building the project in Minecraft.
So after finishing this build, we export it as a file that can be opened in Blender using the techniques described in this tutorial. After this, we go into Blender to see if the export worked.
And then the next obvious step is to get disgusted by the default Minecraft textures.
Professionals have standards.
So I go back into the files and fix the textures with the textures we use in our resource pack. And after that I have to do some editing on the materials. As you can see, this fern is both blurry and not see-through. So after fixing that we get a better result. Now that that's finished, we're gonna pick our rendering engine. Eevee renders in real time,
Pick
fast
Eevee.
cycles.
Ain't nobody got time for that cycles.
Next we add some lights and that results in this. Now that we have mostly finished our project, we're gonna add a little animation to move the light and make the shadows move. And then we're gonna render that. Here's the result of it. So that's not supposed to be what it looks like. So after some research, I figured out there was a problem going on with NVIDIA drivers and Blender, which hasn't been fixed yet. Only when using volumetrics though, so I just removed my previously mentioned fog and rendered again. So here's the result of that.
This section of the video was brought to you by not having a script.
And by voice cracks apparently.
Also, yes, sure, why not?
So here we are in the project. And so what are the plans for this project, Barry?
Slowly start replacing everything with things that have
So we are
different
generally
polygons. I'm not gonna say more or less polygons, but different polygons, because
we are
everything
planning
is quite
to turn
square.
this into an island.
Yes.
We'll have a video probably on rocks, one on plants, probably, buildings,
Trees.
some cars from the road that drive sideways, apparently.
They're drifting.
Anything else, Barry?
It's gonna be a
We're gonna be
project.
showing you several ways to do everything. So when we're talking about rocks, we're gonna show you several ways to do rocks. and guide you to places to actually properly learn those ways. Same with plans, buildings, we're always gonna show multiple ways of doing them and actually try those ways. And then guide you to good sources, so you can pick your workflow that you want.
I think that's pretty fun. The project's gonna take a while.
Yeah, of course.
And we might already have some ideas in the pipeline for what comes next, but first we want to focus on this.
Yeah,
which is
of course.
Going to take a decent while.
Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. Don't expect that video in one of the next few weeks.
Yeah, no, this series is going to take literal months.
Maybe even years.
Maybe even years. My estimate is that this specific series for the room is going to be about a year, maybe 2 years. But
thanks for joining us.
I guess we're not only focusing on stuff in the room also allows us to make other stuff now and
Yeah,
then.
of course. We're
Like
gonna
those
make
cars.
Yeah, we're gonna make furniture like benches and stuff in the building.
Yeah, so we
Simple
can just
stuff.
pretty much, as we said in the video, this project allows us to do anything we want.
Maybe make some like hanging lanterns.
Hanging lamp. Actually, we have some of those on the road,
Yeah, we do.
but we could make bigger ones for the tree. So
It's over there for crying out loud, and we'll see you next time.
no. So we decided that we needed to discuss some more things. So here we are for a second part of that.
Yep. Here are a few things that we couldn't fit in the script or totally forgot about. You're gonna see this in most of these videos. Thing number one, you're gonna have noticed at some point an entire ass sky texture appeared and we don't mention it at all. That's because at some point, I haven't looked into sky textures yet, and at some point I'm gonna tell you a bunch of ways to do it. Further, the still default Minecraft grass on top of our custom grass, I didn't fix this. I'll tell you how to fix that in the next video.
Zoom in a bit on that actually. I wanna.
It's not letting me. 1 second. Let me just move down awkwardly.
You can actually see a color difference between the Minecraft texture and the our custom texture. Which is pretty funny.
You can also see that there is holes in map.
Yeah.
So you can see there is sides and bottoms to this map. And as you might know, on a normal like game map or model, you wouldn't do that. That's just because this is an export and I needed the bottom of the lake to make sense.
Yeah. So if we remade this, we wouldn't have those sides or a
Which
bottom.
we're going to. We're gonna make a 3D landscape island for this eventually.
Yes. It's gonna be awesome.
I didn't mention anything about the camera, which is in the roof over there, as you have seen in the animation. Can I get it on screen? Hey look, there's a floating button.
Yeah. The floating button is still there from the door that I made in Minecraft.
Yeah, here's the camera.
So that's the camera.
Let me get closer. The camera is there, I didn't talk anything about that, and I didn't talk about our render and lighting settings here.
I mean, we did talk
we'll
about
cover
using
that
EV because
in
I got time
for
for cycles.
But like actual details on the lights we'll cover at another point in time.
Probably when we go over how we're gonna light the actual scene. In Blender.
Yeah, of course.
Until we eventually decide to move it to another program, but...
We're planning to eventually teach exporting into Unity as well, but that's for the far future.
Let's focus on getting this project finished first.
No. I'm gonna do my signature move of ignoring all of my current projects and starting a new one.
Don't.
But now we can go back to your Reginald.
Now we can go back to the regularly scheduled programming.
I think that's all we need.
Yes, thanks for watching.